I got a 7, an 8, and a king. Go fish.
Ethan, this is blackjack.
Whatever. Cards are boring. Where's my Xbox?
These toons.
Hey everybody, it's your bro Luke Feast, back at you with another video. Today, I'm gonna make a short cartoon. I'm gonna get onto the voice acting, the drawing, the coloring, and the keyframing. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy this video. I'm gonna get onto the first part of this animation tutorial. I'm gonna get onto the voice acting. This is the lavalier clip mic I'm using, and it's hooked up to my camera. This is a pea stopper. It's literally just a cylinder with a towel taped over it. And what it does is, if I say Pikachu or something with a big P, or it's gonna get louder into the microphone. But if I put it over this towel, this pea stopper, it doesn't make it as harsh onto the microphone. I wrote this little cartoon we can make, and I'm just gonna voice it now.
I'm Ethan, and I sound like this. I got a 7, an 8, and a king. Go fish. I got a 7, an 8, and a king. Go fish.
Ethan, this is blackjack. Ethan, this is blackjack.
Whatever. Cards are boring anyways. Where's my Xbox? Whatever. Cards are boring. Where's my Xbox?
Now that we got the audio recorded onto a video file, we can use Adobe Premiere Pro. What I did was I converted that video file. I'm just gonna drag it into the timeline. I can take out the video. So here we are, and we can just take out the audio we like. And we can take out the takes we like the best. So I'm just gonna use those 3 audio lines. I'm gonna make a new sequence and export each audio line separately, so I can just copy that. The problem with Adobe Animate, which is what we're gonna use to animate on, is that if you wanna add an audio file on it, it won't accept MP3 files. So we have to export it as either an AIF file or a waveform audio. I'm just gonna do an AIF file. And we can take the next audio and just export that. Now, I'm gonna get onto the drawing. Now, I'm gonna get onto the drawing. So I'm using Adobe Animate right now. I'm gonna go to a new file. Also, I'm using a graphics tablet so I can draw directly onto Adobe Animate. You can choose the resolution right here, and you can choose the frame rate right here. And yeah, so I'm just gonna go create. I'm gonna zoom out. Okay, now I'm gonna go add some folders. This is the library panel. And we can add folders for different parts of the animation, like Trey, Ethan, Andy. And we can just drag like the audio files, for instance, into the folder. We're just organizing all the files and getting them ready to animate. So we got all the folders ready now. Now I'm gonna draw the background. I'm gonna take the square tool. That'll be the color it fills with, and we can just draw the background right here. I'm gonna draw a line right here. I'm gonna connect it all the way right here. And then the wall edge. Maybe we can draw a window. So I'm gonna draw a window, and I try to make the backgrounds consistent. So that's gonna be the window right there. I think I'm gonna draw a wall right here, and like the border of the wall. Right there, that's good, right there. And I'm gonna draw a line right here. So now we got the background ready. I'm gonna add a layer for the table they're gonna sit at, and then I'll have to connect this right here. And I'm gonna add a layer below that so I can add some chairs. I'm just gonna draw an individual chair like this. Angle it with the table. We're just drawing a chair like that. We got the chair. I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna copy that chair. I can right click it maybe, and we can go transform, flip forward horizontal. I'm gonna add one more. I'm just gonna add a square right here. This will be where the last guy is sitting at the edge of the table. So we got that ready. Maybe Ethan sits right here, Trey sits right here, and Andy sits right here. So Ethan will say the first line right here. Maybe if we add a scene, this will be Ethan's line. And we can add the next scene, and this will be Trey's line. And I'm gonna do the same thing, make a box like this. But this time I'm gonna change the perspective. So first it's like this. Now I'm gonna aim the camera this way. And I'm gonna draw that same window. I'll just go down like that. So that's gonna be the window. Now I'm gonna add a layer. I'm gonna go back to the first scene to check the continuity, and yeah, we can just have it like right there. I'm gonna add one more layer right here for like a chair. Trey can sit right here. So we got the backgrounds and objects ready. We just need to color them now. Now, I'm gonna get on to the coloring. Now, I'm gonna get on to the coloring. So now that we organized this background, we can color it. The thing is, in the older story of Trey, I drew the backgrounds, and I wanna get the same colors as last time, so I'm just gonna drag in that background. I'm gonna drag in this background just for the sake of getting the same colors. So now we can go to the dropper icon, which is right here. And I'm gonna click this color, and then it'll take the fill icon, we can just fill that. So that's that same color. Now we can start getting a little more creative because we can choose the colors for the table. I'm gonna go to properties right here, the bucket tool. I'm gonna click this, and I think I'm gonna give it like so that color table. I'm gonna make this invisible and color the chairs. And maybe the chairs can be a darker brown, like dark brown maybe, like that. So now I got the coloring done for that layer. Then we get the dropper icon and color. That's gonna be the table. The correct color for the chair by using the dropper icon and the window. So now we got the coloring done for the backgrounds and objects. Now I'm gonna get on to the keyframing. Now, I'm gonna get on to the keyframing. So we got the backgrounds and they're colored like we want. I'm gonna use this as a supporting shot. I am gonna add a layer right here. And I got all these different files for him. I'm gonna have Trey right here. I'm gonna zoom in so I can see what I'm working with. I just realized I forgot to draw the cards. So those will be the cards they're playing on. I almost forgot to animate that. I'm gonna drag in the arm, and he's gonna be right here. Now I'm gonna add a layer. I'm gonna add a layer for the pupils, and I'm just gonna drag him in. I have to put it above the layer that Trey is at. I'm gonna add Ethan right here. I'm gonna add a layer, and that arm's kind of to the side. I'm gonna use the asset warp tool to bend it a little bit. Now we just need to add Andy. He doesn't have any lines though. So we can just go like woo, and then wow. So there, we got that outline. Now I'm gonna add blinking to Andy maybe. Maybe we can just have Andy blink. And now I'm gonna go to my blink drawings and just drag this over. I will add a new keyframe for the next squinting a little more. Next keyframe, he blinks completely. And that's gonna be it. And if you wanna export it, you can go File, Export, Video Media. Make sure you have Start Adobe Media Encoder Render Queue immediately. When you have Adobe Animate, you also have a software called Media Encoder, and that will encode your animations to video files. I'm gonna make it 4K, click the scene I want, and I'm gonna choose where I wanna export it. Yeah, let's do this. And then it opens that, and does that. And then when it says it has been successfully exported, so I'm gonna add a frame, and I'm just gonna add time to this keyframe. Now we can drag in the audio layer, and this is where what I voice acted with. We can drag that into the canvas, and it goes into the timeline. I'm gonna copy these. And we can just paste the frames. And we can drag them out where we want. Maybe he's looking at Trey. I'm gonna zoom into the timeline. Maybe he lifts his eyebrows. So we can add a keyframe right here. We can have his eyebrows lift up. And if you wanna see what's behind it, you can click this onion skin tool. We can have his head turn. And we can delete the mouth movement, because we're gonna have him talking anyways. And maybe his eyebrows go back down. And then his head can face forward right here maybe. And his eyebrows can move with his head. I'm gonna add some blinking. We can add his mouth movements. So I'm gonna zoom into the mouth. And all these different mouth movements right here. We can, every vowel he says, we can add a new keyframe and a new mouth movement. That corresponds with the vowel he's saying. So I'm just gonna have Trey right here. And instead of his body to the side, it'll be forward. Transform, flip horizontal, down. I think I'm gonna end that there. Thank you for watching that video. We have animation tutorials, media tutorials, tunes, films, and music, so stay tuned and have a great day.
These tunes.